Okay, I am actually staggered by this. So this here is my AI operating system for my company, and I wanted to show you how I'm actually using this to basically do incredible things using AI. So one of the biggest things holding me back when I use AI is it doesn't know about my business. I have to spend hours and hours and hours re-explaining everything. When I use Atlas, it already knows. And the crazy part is it's doing it all automatically while I sleep. So I'm not really building it. I mean, I am adding to it and it's learning as I'm using AI, which is insane in its own. I'll talk about that in a minute, but it's actually building things up as we go. So for example, you can see here, every sort of like hour or a few hours or every couple of seconds, sometimes we'll have data just coming in and it's just ingesting data from different softwares. So for example, we have this connected to, I actually did I did a customer call recently, like yesterday, and I was just basically walking through the call, explaining to him, like, here's how CodeSpring works, showing him how the whole thing works, showing him how Atlas works, and doing a full product demonstration of all of these things. This was about a 45-minute long call that then got piped directly into this knowledge base, which now means I can just open up a brand new Claude code, or in this case I'm using Codex, and I can just open it up, a brand new agent, and it knows everything about my business. It knows more about my business, in fact, than I do. I forget so much stuff that's happening all the time, and it's just creating clusters of all this information. But I want to show you how I actually use this to, at the moment, one of the things I used it for today, which is creating AI-generated content for me to post onto Instagram. So, for example, you can see here, this is just a library of videos that I've created of an AI avatar that is promoting CodeSpring. So CodeSpring is our low-ticket product. I'll show you here. Actually, I have it open here. So this is essentially a way of you planning and designing out software. And at the moment, we're really trying to push it quite heavily on organic content. So the crazy thing is, this avatar here, this entire script and what the avatar is saying was actually written by Codex, but I didn't tell it how to write it. I've just got a skill file for creating this, and all it does is it goes ahead and it just reads and gets all the information on how the product works. So you can see here, this is how Atlas works, and then there's actually some stuff I don't know where else it is in the brain, I think it's down here somewhere, that explains how CodeSpring works. Okay, so all of this stuff here is, okay, here's how CodeSpring works, here's the features, and here's the brand, and here's the product positioning. So you can see, like, there's a load of information on CodeSpring. We've got CodeSpring Pro, different things, like CodeSpring Scout is one of our features, CodeSpring integrations. It knows about all of the products, features inside CodeSpring. Okay, and then from that, it means whenever I'm using an agent to do work for me, it instantly can pull the information for me. It knows the branding, it knows the product positioning, it knows exactly who we're targeting. But the crazy thing is, all of these things, when you're talking, you're designing, and you're building up marketing material for your company, and you're using AI to do it, you have to always re-explain everything. In this case, it already just knows, which is crazy. So I just said, okay, go ahead and do this, and then I connected it into Higgsfield. So Higgsfield is just connected via the MCP inside Codex, and I just say, okay, can you go ahead and can you generate me the videos? So basically, programmatically, Codex is just creating all the videos for me, and then it's just downloaded all of them, and then I'm going to get it to just stitch everything together and create a piece of content for it. Another thing, just another example of this is if I were to come into, let's just say I got here, right? If I bring this over here, this is, if I just open up a brand new Claude, and I just say to this, so there's nothing in here, and I just say, I don't want you to read any files, I don't want you to use it and like touch any existing memory or anything like that. All I want you to use is the V3 CLI, and it's all a bit confusing right now, so I'm just going to give it this, and I'm just going to copy this, I'm going to paste this in. This is in early beta. If you want to grab access to this, by the way, I'll leave the link down below. And what I want you to do is just tell me, like, how does Atlas work? What is the product positioning and brand positioning? Who's it for? So it's going to be able to pull the information without me telling it. It doesn't have access to any of the information. So this library here is just my personal brand brain. So the only thing this knows about is the content that I personally post on my Instagram account. So it's just like strategy, but it doesn't know anything about the product that I'm actually selling here. So let's just come back, right? And I'll give you an example of this. I need to approve this. And so it's not even logged in. Okay, so we can let it log in, and it's going to figure it out for me. And you can see here, it's just reading through and it's pulling all the information. But the crazy thing is the way that Atlas works is because it's pulling data in as you sleep. So as data is moving around inside your company, it's building up this brain. And then because any agent can then read it, every day that I talk to this, it's getting smarter. So whatever agent I'm using, whether it's Claude Code, whether it's Codex, every tool that I use that has access to this brain gets smarter. Now, I can give this access to my team. I can give this access to any other agent. So, for example, here I have, I don't know if you guys know about Hermes Agent, but Hermes Agent essentially is kind of like Claude Code, really, that you can just sort of set up on your computer. And I have this running on my my Mac Mini at home, and I'm just talking to this, working with this, and I can get it to do stuff for me. Mostly I use these agents for research tasks. But here, for example, I'm saying, okay, we're going to work on a personal brand. We're creating content to advertise CodeSpring. We're talking about AI, and it creates images and assets for me and does the research for me and says, okay, here's a cool video I think we should film. And it does all of this stuff because it knows what sort of content to film, because it has access to this brain, because it knows automatically, who are we targeting? What is our ideal customer profile, and how are we targeting them? What's our sales strategy? What's our method of selling? And then it just allows me to be so much more efficient with AI. So for those of you who are currently building a business, or you run a business, you'd have a small team, and you feel like AI is actually holding you back, it's not really speeding things up for you, this makes a massive difference, because it means I don't have to explain to the AI all the time what my business does. My employees and everybody who works for me can just plug directly into this brain, and they automatically have information that they need to. So instead of me having to train them up on doing things, their AI just knows the training from me. Every time I'm making, doing tasks like creating content like this, and I'm figuring out marketing and positioning, all of that information is then being stored in here as well. So as I'm working with the AI and I'm updating things, all of it is being stored in here, which then everybody can access. And it also adds hierarchy. So the more important certain tools become, like obviously Atlas, this is making a much bigger cluster of information because we're doing a lot of work trying to market this product, right? Same thing down here for, I think it was here, for CodeSpring Academy, right? This is our free school community, which is where we teach people how to build with AI, to use CodeSpring. Same thing here with CodeSpring, right? The more work we do on certain things, the bigger the clusters get, and then gradually it'll start to build connections between them. So we can see here, right, this is just a whole load of information about what Atlas is. So this is pulled directly from this entire knowledge base. Atlas is the internal working name for CodeSpring v3. It's a memory knowledge base, business knowledge graph, category exclaiming autonomous business intelligence, how it works. You can store business context, ingests business activity, compares new signals against what's already known. Like all of this stuff, product positioning, the sharpest line in the graph, coherent shared context for AI-powered businesses. It just knows everything. Brand positioning, who it's for, founders and operators and small teams. It knows everything about my business and what I'm selling right now. I could say, for example, what's the main marketing funnel we're working on at the moment that we're struggling with, or we're trying to get more people to sign up to. And then it can get that information from here as well. So it can say, okay, well, what are they actually marketing right now? What are you actually focusing on? And then any AI that you're using can pull this information. How cool is that? So anyway, this is currently available in beta. So the link is down below. You can go ahead and sign up. Basically, all you need to do is grab yourself a subscription. It's $150 a month. You can cancel any time, but what we'll do is we will actually come in, we'll set the entire thing up for you. We'll set the whole thing up for your business. We'll train you on it. We'll work with you for 30 days and getting everything set up. You'll have private WhatsApp support, and you'll have VIP access in our school community, so you can work with us and our team, and we'll get you trained on how to use AI, how to get AI agents set up in your business. Usually, companies will charge thousands of dollars for this. At the moment, we're just selling this for $150 a month, and you get access to Atlas, and you also get access to CodeSpring as well, which is obviously our planning layer to help design tools as well. Just to give you an idea, we have a couple of people who are already using this. So this is somebody in our school community who's just got set up today, who's actually using CodeSpring to design software products for his company. So there's lots of people. We've got thousands of users using this, but I would love, if you want to grab this, then I'll leave the link down below. I'm just going to show you this last thing here. So straight from the graph, funnel we're pushing right now is the Atlas Brain Beta Early Access. There we go. Opt-in funnel. So it's got all the information on what we're actually struggling with, what the leads are at the moment, what marketing funnels we're pushing. It knows everything. And it finds connections that I wouldn't necessarily know about. Anyway, I'll leave the link down below.